Welcome to Aetna Better Health of Louisiana. If this is a life-threatening emergency, please hang up and dial 911. All calls are monitored and recorded for quality assurance purposes. If you're a healthcare provider, press star. If you know your party's extension, press 0. Otherwise, please stay on the line for further information.
Para español, marque el 8.
What can I help you with? Say eligibility and benefits, ID card or welcome packet, case management, nurse line, transportation services, mental health crisis support, or more options.
More options.
You can say update personal information, report fraud or abuse, interpretation services, or something else.
Something else.
Which can I help you with? Say medication information, continued coverage, grievance or appeals, how do I get a gift card, or something else.
Continued coverage.
Every year, you will be required to submit renewal forms to Louisiana Medicaid. You will receive notice from the state when it is time to do so. For additional information, please contact Louisiana State Medicaid at 1-888-342-6207. You can also speak to a member services representative who will be happy to assist you. Would you like to speak to someone now?
Yes.
What's the member's ID? If you need a minute to find it, press star and I'll wait.
579-403-864-5696.
579-403-864-5696.
Is that right?
That's right.
I missed that.
579-403-864-5696.
Is that right?
Yes.
Say yes or no. What's the member's date of birth?
05/22/1997.
May 22nd, 1997.
Is that right?
Yes.
Transferring you now.
If you need a ride or speak to transportation, press 1. If you would like to speak to a member services representative regarding all other questions, please press 2 or remain in the line. We value your feedback at Aetna, and if you have a moment, please hold after your call to take a brief survey. June is Men's Health Month, a time to raise awareness about healthcare for men and focus on encouraging boys, men, and their families to practice healthy living, such as exercising and eating healthy. Men in the United States, on average, die 5 years earlier than women, and at higher rates from the 3 leading causes of death: heart disease, cancer, and unintentional injuries. Encourage men, boys, and their families to take control of male health issues with the proper screenings and care. Even if you don't feel sick, it is important to see your doctor regularly and schedule annual exams. From late June to late August, we will be reaching out to our members to ask about their experience with our behavioral health services. This survey will be sent in the mail via paper form. If members receive this survey, they should complete it and send it back right away. Thank you. All calls are monitored and recorded for quality assurance purposes. If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911 or contact your local emergency services. It's flu season. Getting a new flu shot each year helps protect you and your family from this serious illness. This year, with the ongoing pandemic, it's more important than ever to get the flu shot. There is no cost for the flu shot, and getting a flu shot won't give you the flu. Contact your doctor today or ask your member services representative for details. Please hold for the next available representative.
Well, they have that.
Oh, I imagine they have.
Hi, thank you for calling Aetna Better Health of Louisiana. My name's Erica. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm calling because my prescriptions didn't go through earlier today at the pharmacy when I spoke with them. I even gave them the new updated card with the new RX bin and RX PCN to enter to try to run, but that also did not work.
Okay, let me go ahead if I can get your date of birth.
05/22/97.
Your full name.
Jeffrey Thomas Bodin.
Jeffrey Thomas Bodin. B-O-D.
B-O-D-I-N.
B-O-D-I-N.
Okay, if I can get the best address, phone number, and email on the account.
406 Parkview Boulevard, Mandeville, Louisiana, 70471. And the email I think y'all have on file for me is my first and last name at outlook.com.
I appreciate you. So on my side, it does actually appear that the insurance did terminate.
I put in the appeals
on 11/31.
And it said on the form for that y'all, I'm guessing, sent that putting in the appeal extends the coverage. Is that
Did you reach out to Louisiana Department of Human Health, because we don't handle
that's what I
your eligibility?
I did the appeal with them, and I haven't been able to get
so
a status
you would need
update for
to
that.
reach out to them directly then.
Yeah, I've called them like 4 or 5 times this week. They just kept disconnecting me, honestly. And I was told to call y'all just in case there was anything you could do on your end, prescription-wise, for prescription coverage.
We don't handle eligibility.
I selected the option under the phone thing, the prompt, like, on this call right now for eligibility. Like, continued coverage eligibility.
That is for, like, if you're to get your eligibility information, and your eligibility information tells me that you're not eligible, so you would have to speak with the Department of Human Health of Louisiana, who handles the eligibility and lets you know if you're approved for Medicaid. We don't handle that process. We just become the insurance benefits that your plan is on, essentially, for the Medicaid services once they approve you.
Okay, so what does it exactly look like on your end so that I can have something to tell the LDH when I call them this time instead of not having anything else to say to them and then they hang up? Because it sounds like you can see something that other case management and stuff hasn't been able to tell me about, like last month. So I'm just going to write down whatever that is, and then I'll call them up again and see what they say.
Correct. It doesn't show that on my side. When I pull it up, it just gives me the termination date of 11/30 of 2025 for your benefits. And when I go to see if it'll tell me more, it just tells me that it was a involuntary disenrollment for 11/30 of 2025. And it doesn't give me any more details.
Wait,
that
so
you would just need, I know, at that point.
Disenrollment specifically, or so involuntary disenrollment?
It's the code they use when they terminate the put basically the termination date on the account.
And that's exactly what it says.
That's what,
like, it just says involuntary disenrollment. Like, if it was
correct.
Quotes around it. Okay. All right. I didn't even know that was possible for someone on Social Security like myself. I'll call and ask.
You have to reach to Medicaid because they handle the plan directly, essentially. Like, they handle all that determination, where we have just applied the information once it's approved. So yes, they would be the ones to help better assist you with this course.
Okay.
Do you have their phone number? Or I can try to transfer
what's
you over
their
to
phone
them
number?
if
Because
you would
I've been
like.
calling like some phone numbers and I haven't been able to get through.
Yeah, of course. The number we have to speak with Department of Human Health Medicaid for Louisiana is 888-342-6207.
I've been calling that one. That one doesn't really work. Is there any other number that y'all sometimes use? Maybe not just to the Department of Human Health, but
That is the only number I have for the Department of Human Health of Louisiana. I can try to set up the call for you if you would like over to them and get a representative.
yeah, sure.
Give me a brief moment. I'll place you on a short hold and get that resolved. Once I have the representative, I do have to ask, once the call disconnects, would you like me to attach the survey for how the services were for you today?
Yeah,
Our
sure.
department.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. We strive for a 5 on those surveys. Give me a brief moment. I'll get you transferred over to the appropriate team. Thank you for calling Aetna Better Health, okay?
Okay.
I appreciate you. It'll take me just a moment to get to the IVR to a representative, but I'll check back with you every so often, okay?
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Okay, I appreciate you so much. I'm still just waiting on a representative. I have got us through the IVR, okay?
What's IVR?
Basically, it just kind of what the same thing that I ask you before you get to me on the call. They have their own.
Oh, okay. All right.
Give me a brief moment. I appreciate you so much. I'm still just waiting on a representative for us, okay?
All right, yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Help you.
Hello?
Oh, yes, sir. This is Sharon at the Louisiana Medicaid office. How can I help you?
Sorry, one second. Let me turn my volume up. Okay, I think I'm good. I am calling about, I was just transferred from Aetna, to y'all, and I'm calling about the involuntary disenrollment, on November the 30th, 2025, I guess, that I've already submitted appeals for with y'all. At least I believe I have. And I contacted Aetna today because those appeals and the process for them, at least in the paperwork y'all sent me, said that my coverage would be like extended during the process. And it looks like on Aetna's side, it shows an involuntary disenrollment status for me instead of like an extension.
Let me look at it. Now, why did they cut you off Medicaid?
I have absolutely no idea. I think it was some sort of an error with their like ability to get data from Social Security.
Oh, okay. Well, let me look at it, and we'll see what we can do. Because a lot of times, if you call us, you don't even have to do a appeal. If it's some kind of something we can fix, we'll fix it.
I don't think I was able to get into the right person, honestly. I think I was calling the wrong numbers every single time. I just couldn't find my way to y'all, I don't think. Because that's what I assumed it was going to be. It was some sort of like an error, because I know I'm ineligible for other insurance types because I'm terminally ill. So that's why I've always been on like this, at least for my like adult life. Before that, I was on my parents' insurance, but I've been on this since I was 20. And I haven't done any renewals annually, but I was informed apparently I was supposed to have been doing that. And I was never, so like all of having something in the mail tell me I have to renew, and then it looking like that was like I already missed my shot to do it. It's all kind of weird.
If you get a letter to renew, you have to renew.
Because they didn't send me it until after I was already, I guess, canceled in y'all's system. Because I was notified by the transportation company for like the subcontractor for Aetna about my scheduled medical appointments not having trips assigned and stuff like that.
Until I get I'm not going to be able to help you. So let's get your name. What is your name, sir?
Oh, sorry about that. I kind of can't hear very well. Jeffrey Bodin, Bodin.
Jeffrey Hogan?
No, but sorry, ma'am. The connection's a bit choppy. Bodin is my last name.
Okay. And Jeffrey, what is your social or the case ID for you?
Social is 436958926.
Okay, thank you. Okay. No, I needed to know some of that you told me. But then, you know, it was just that I was needing your information so I could look and see what, you know, what we can figure out.
No, I understand. I'm sorry. It was that was my bad. I just couldn't really hear very well at all.
Yeah, I have right. But we're going to see what we can do, and if you can get back on it, you know, if there's something you can do to get back on it, I'll tell you what it is, and we'll see what we need to do.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Actually, it still shows it's pending, so they're waiting on something, apparently. Let's see. And when you call in, Mr. Bodin, I do have to read this. It says, you affirm that the information you give on the call today is true and correct under penalty of perjury and understand there are criminal penalties for giving false information, okay?
Yes, I affirm.
Right, and then I need to verify with you your phone number, your address, and the email. What is a good phone number for you, please?
985-272-8989.
Okay.
That's my cell phone. Another number, if you can add the second one, is 985-520-4713.
Okay, thank you. And what is your address, please?
406 Park View Boulevard, Mandeville, Louisiana, 70471.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, you sent in a lot of information. So you're on Social Security now, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're getting $1,935 before they take anything out of it, right?
I am as of yesterday. I actually tried to upload more documentation this morning to the website so that y'all could see like the new statement is correct, and it also shows next year's payment, which would be $1,980. Wait, I can check, but I think it's $80-something because they increased it.
Okay. Now the thing is this: do you have Medicare?
No, I do not.
You don't. Well, unfortunately, you're over income for Medicaid.
What's the income limit for Medicaid?
It's $1,800 and let me look. It's just a $1,800 even. And if you're anything over that, I mean by 1 penny, you don't get Medicaid. Cause
I called the marketplace like last week, and they told me I had to submit my applications to Medicaid because I wasn't able to purchase any plans at all. And I looked at the options for that, and they wouldn't let me. And I think it was because of the terminal ill status for cancer under my current plan. had a qualifying thing, so the marketplace just kicked me out, basically.
I don't really know, because I thought they couldn't do that. I didn't think they could not give you any medical coverage, depending on even if you have a prior cancer or something, disease.
I'm not sure. I think it was because they didn't something on their end for the feds. Because I spoke to the federal level. I was speaking to them like at night, late in the evening, and I was on the phone with them for a couple hours, and they walked me through basically everything, and the only option at the end was just a submit to Medicaid thing, and I could pull up the contract and see the one from 2017 with y'all, and it still had the same thing in the from one last week and from that one for medical plans, and both said were under Medicaid and under the cancer area for like terminal ill status qualifies, I guess.
Yeah, what they might do, yes, but we don't look at a condition, unfortunately. Medical issues are not an issue that we look at, but we do look, I think, like it looks like you've sent in a lot of medical bills or something, and if you have like over 3 times in medical bills in the past 3 months, that would be, they could be able to do a spin down, if you're disabled. I'm not certain on that, but that might be why. Did they ask you for those medical bills? Is that what they asked for?
No, they asked, they just wanted to see who I'd been seeing the doctor, which doctors I've been seeing, and I already submitted that for the recent ones. And I have a bunch of, scheduled ones too. They were coming in this month and next month for oncology and some scans and stuff.
The only thing we can look at is bills that you've already got in the past 3 months.
I don't get bills myself. I never have. So I'm not really sure if I can even request them. The only people who would have that information, I believe, is probably y'all.
Well, you'd have to have almost $6,000 that you owe yourself before we could come in and help you.
I've spent none of my money on medical bills, I guess, because I'm not really allowed to. It seems like for Social Security. So do you mean like just in general how much it costed for that medical care, and I just provide that information? Because it didn't come out of my bank account for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I've only been making until this month the $967 for this year, and previously was on that, or scaling every year with the increase for the cost of living with Social Security, and that's all I had. And I did have some out of pocket medication costs that I did an appeals with Aetna for, which helped a lot because I couldn't afford that. I'm in a circumstance where I can't afford even one prescription drug, let alone going to any doctors. So it seemed I was never able to access physicians that always wanted direct payment, because I'm not really supposed to have just money on hand to pay and then get a reimbursement. I don't even think I'm allowed to be reimbursed for payments rendered, because I called and asked Aetna, and I think I was transferred to y'all in 2020 or so about that for surgical bills, but that just I wasn't able to get that paid for.
We would do a lot. People got on in COVID, and we did not renew anybody at that time during those it was almost 3 years, because it was about a year after COVID ended before we could even review a case. So a lot of people didn't get reviewed until recently. Let me see here, though. So you're just on Social Security disability, though, right?
Yeah, that's my only income. Like I checked with the marketplace's plan offerings, and they were about double my income a year just to get plans that don't cover prescriptions at all and or surgical care at all. It was like with like $13,000 a year deductibles and premiums that were like $900 or so, which is, you know, just under 50% of my entire income per month, not excluding like bills, debt, you know, my lease, food. Food isn't, I don't know if that should be included too, because I'm on SNAP, but I only get like $60 of SNAP. So like it's pretty impossible to have me pay for a plan.
I see they're trying to look at you for different kind of cases. So, and I do see that you submitted your proof of your Social Security, and and I do see that it is still pending. So really, they haven't finished reviewing it. So I don't really know if you're going to qualify or not, because I don't know what things they look at in different type cases. But I would, you know, just wait until you get a decision. And, you know, unfortunately, though, if you are shown to be over income for a program, you know, you can appeal it, but if you're over income, you're over income, and that's all we look at. We don't look at anything else. But
how would you get under income though? Because that's a bit. I thought Social Security usually doesn't qualify as a earned income, so I'm not really sure. Like it's not. I don't have like a job or anything on the side. That's all I have.
Yes, sir. But we do count that. Everybody that comes through here that's on Social Security, their income counts toward them, and there's a lot of them that don't qualify. Is all I can say. I'm not saying you won't. I don't know. I'm just saying that there are a lot of people on Social Security that cannot get any Medicaid help. And we consider when you're on Social Security, regardless of your age, if you're on a disability, we can, we consider you disabled. But even if you're 65 or older, some people don't consider themselves disabled, because they still can work and do different things. But we consider them disabled. At 65, everybody is. But also, if you're on Social Security under 65, you have to be disabled. They don't put you on there when you're under 65, unless it's at 62, maybe, if you take an early retirement, something like that. But other than that, you have to be disabled to be on Social Security. And believe me, there are a lot of people that don't qualify for Medicaid. They can be over income. And that's all they're looking at. They don't look at your at a lot of other things that you would think they would. They don't look at your bills or anything like that. They might look at your medical bills, like I said, and see, if you qualify, like in the last 3 months, any medical bills. But I don't know if they've asked you for that. If they haven't, then maybe they're looking at something different. I don't know. Because
the thing that came in the mail to me said that Social Security informed y'all that I no longer had Social Security, and I just received a payment yesterday, so I definitely still have Social Security. I was kind of assuming that the data just didn't get transmitted correctly, and it was probably some sort of an error. And I tried to upload new documents to help out with that this morning, because, I have the statement from yesterday that will at least show that I have continued to receive payments in December, because apparently Medicaid, like at the state level, it says on the letter, it told that I did not get Social Security like last month, which is, or maybe October, and that's it. That's like 3 months of proof that no, I definitely still have Social Security. It doesn't really make much sense to use that as like the reasoning for me to no longer be on Medicaid. when I have a fully favorable decision from the Social Security Administration, because I'm like at the highest level for them.
Right, I see it.
They asked me on Monday, like y'all, to submit bank statements, and I did the last year, but it didn't include that payment on it for December. Is the option to upload documents, is that available to me still, or is it like closed out for y'all's review or something?
No, I mean, you can put anything in there. They're still going to review it. I see it's pending. It's not been fully yet finished being reviewed. So you can add any documents you want to be looked at in there. That is not a problem.
What about the continued coverage during the review process? Because the letter y'all sent me spoke about that appealing it, like I am doing, was supposed to have extended my coverage.
If you appeal it, they will put you back on until they make the decision. That is true.
And does it look like that's been done yet?
I was trying to see. Have you already done that? Did you ask for an appeal?
Yes, ma'am, I did. Or at least I believe I did, to the right place. I followed the instructions, but I'm kind of concerned because it doesn't seem like that's happened with me not being able to fill my prescriptions and stuff.
Well, I'll do it. I'll do it for you to make sure that it gets submitted.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay, and I'm going to look here. Let's see here. I'm trying to see something. I'm still checking on something. Just give me a moment because I do want to help you if I can.
Oh, no problem. Take all the time you need.
Okay. Now, my supervisor said because your case is pending, they cannot do an appeal yet because you have to get denied from this one where we're looking at it now. Now, if you get denied from that one where we're looking at you for coverage, then you can appeal it. Okay.
That's a bit confusing. Is that because the letter said canceled on it and not denied?
I'm trying to see right now if it's still open or not. Just give me a moment. That's what I'm looking at.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, that's okay. You didn't know what I'm doing. So, I hadn't told you what I'm doing. Okay. Let me see. Let's see here. So I do see where they said you were closed, but then it looks like, did you call in and do another,
I called a bunch of times. I'm not really sure what
Okay.
exactly I did when I called, but I definitely did call in. If you give me like a date or something, I could try to look it up on my end and try to remember what I called about, but I'm not really sure I even wrote notes down for every call I made. I've been like calling like every single day because this is like the priority to me, so that's why I've been doing that.
Okay. Yeah, my supervisor said yes, to go ahead and send it in for an appeal. And then it'll still be being looked at, though, and we'll see.
Does it show I've already appealed on y'all's end?
No, I'm not finding that. So we're going to do it, though. I'm doing it in just a moment here, sir, for you.
Oh, okay, I can do the whole appeal with you. Okay, yeah.
She told me to go ahead and do it.
Oh, okay, great. Sorry. I thought I was going to have to call like a different like state office or something like that.
No, you will not. I'm going to send it for you.
Okay, great.
Because my supervisor said go ahead and send it because you were denied back on 11/6, a letter dated.
I don't think I've even received that one, honestly. I received a letter, I think, that was dated the 17th, I believe, of November.
This one says that it went out on 11/6 to you, and it said that your Medicaid's closed. It's closed and effective 12/1/2025.
I got something that sounds like that, but it didn't. I definitely don't believe that date was there. I think I put the paperwork away too, so I can't really get it right now. Well, maybe it's over here. Oh yeah, this is the one letter I got. It was dated for the case IDs above it and the dates right under, and it says 11/16/2025. That's what I've been referencing this whole time. I haven't gotten like anything else.
Well, this came before that. Because I see they did send you a letter asking you for disability verification for Jeffrey Bodin, and it was dated 11/19/2025. 2025. So I don't know. But you sent it in. You got it. You've sent that information in. We have it. Okay. Okay. I'm on the screen. I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem.
just have to make a few notes in here about the appeal. I've already sent the request to the appeals section, and you'll get a letter, and it'll have on there a docket number. And when you get that docket number, you call us with it, and we'll be able to open your case again while we wait for that to be reviewed. Okay.
Okay. What's a direct number I should call so that I go to like the right place this time?
Okay. Just a moment. Just a moment. Okay, so we've got that submitted for you. And the only thing I'm going to make a few more notes because I do see that you sent in that proof that you are disabled, where you said you're
Fully favorable.
right, you're fully favorable from the Social Security office, so I did see that. And so that is here. apologize. So I'm trying to make some good notes so they can see different documents easily, like on what date we got it, so they can look and look at the documents, that support that, that Social Security letter that you got and different things. And I'm having to open a lot of things because they're not, it just doesn't give me a lot of information. Okay, here we go. I'm still working on it. Just give me another few moments.
Yeah, no, take as much time as you need. It sounded like exactly what I need for my case to make sure that everything works out. You take as much time as you need.
They're going to maybe look at a lot of other things, but I was just trying to get stuff in here that be quick. find again? There's so much stuff in here, and it's not your fault. It's just there's so many different things, and some of it's not marked like I would have marked it myself. Like some of it, that letter from Social Security, that says how much you're getting and all. I would have marked that as income, not as others. They put it as others. So it's, I'm having to open all this stuff to try to figure out what's what.
Usually the Social Security Administration, at least in the past, has told me directly that my Social Security doesn't count as income. Whenever I'm doing stuff with the IRS or things like that, who made me stop filing taxes because
and I don't know.
I apparently don't earn it or something. So that's why I didn't know what exactly to select under the drop downs. So I just kind of went with what I would usually select in other financial, I guess, contexts, but I really wasn't sure.
Yeah, and that's okay. Do you know how the letter that? Let me see, what is the letter? That letter that said you were fully favorable. I'm trying to find that again. When did you send that? Do you remember? What date was it about when you sent that?
I think I can access my account still, and do I have that up in a different tab? No, I don't. I mean, at the latest, it would have been. Well, I don't know. I should just look. Because I don't think it was with the group of documents this week, but I could be wrong. I tried to submit as much as I could, the first day I spoke to y'all, but I have no idea if that would have been last month. So probably the documents, I guess, on my page looks like they're at the very bottom. Probably one of those. But I can, if it allows me to, I can just re-upload
About
it.
what date? What was the date you think?
I'm gonna check right now and see if I can't find it. Let's see.
And what did you mark it at? What did you title it?
Oh, okay. On my end, it titled it as. Let me see. It was. Okay, it was. Okay, it's titled as 2018-1108 SSA- fully favorable SSI decision.
Yeah, but I'm saying when you sent it in and uploaded it or whatever, how did
Oh, it didn't give
you
me any
upload it
options.
online?
I just only on the online portal online on the sspweb.lameds.ldh.la.gov. That one. And it says I
don't know.
believe I uploaded it on the
Email
19th
it?
of November, I think.
Okay, that helps me. All right, let's see.
But in my web portal, it doesn't show any names of anything. The documents just are grouped by a date when I uploaded it. There's a grouping for the 19th and a grouping for this month on the 1st, which I titled or I document typed them as bank accounts for most of them, citizenship for the rest, and some health coverage details in my social security number card, just in case. But I titled everything as the same thing on the 19th as medical records because I didn't really know what to put.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I think Is the Social Security office in Lacombe?
Yes, ma'am. I believe that's the one. I usually speak to like the national phone line, and then they tell me if I have to do something with Lacombe
Yeah, I
specifically.
just happened to notice the
Oh,
letter said it was
I just got
another.
it just allowed me to upload
Right.
another document.
They had a social.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I'm in
Titled it as
St.
earned
Parish.
income for the new one. Just in case. And that was a document I got from Social Security today on the website.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just going to leave it at that. I do have that. Once they see you on Social Security, that letter, which I did mark real clear where it was, then they'd know you were disabled because you would not get that if you were not. I don't think. So
I don't think so either. I think that it's a special letter. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that they can see, and they can go through these as good as I can. Whoever's going to look at your stuff, they're going to have to open up this stuff, and I'm sure they'll find it. Because I found it on that other thing, and I just cannot understand why it didn't get done, you know? So, okay. Okay. All right. Okay. That's it that we can do today, and I just hope that everything goes okay for you, Mr. Jeffrey, because, you know, and
Could I have that number to call like directly to submit the docket number whenever I receive the letter for the appeal?
Oh, you just call this number and tell them to put in your case.
Which number was
got
it
a docket
though?
number.
Was it the 342-6207?
888. Yeah, it's 888-342-6207. And ask them to be sure and send it to a supervisor that you've got a docket number and you need your case reopened.
Ask
That's all you have to
to
tell.
send to a
And
supervisor.
they'll mark it in the, you know, you give them the docket number and they'll put it in your case. But tell them to please put it, send it to the supervisor so they can reopen your case.
So specifically to reopen the case.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you want that case reopened. I mean, that's all we need that docket number for, is so they can see that you have got an appeal started where we can reopen the case. And sir, I have seen cases that stayed open 6-8 months on an appeal, you know. I don't know. I don't know how long yours will stay open. I don't know because I don't know how many people are applying for appeals or anything, you know. But I'm just saying that some people stay a pretty good while. But the problem is now, if you are denied on that appeal, then let's say you do get back on for some reason, you know, if somehow you get on and they find that you're eligible, then later, let's say a year or two down the road, if you get another denial for some reason, you can get reviewed again, but you can't do another appeal. Once you've had an appeal, you cannot have another one for some reason. I don't understand why. But I guess they think that, you know, but I mean, you can definitely still ask to be re-reviewed, and they'll re-review you, but they won't put you in the appeal status where you get your coverage back temporarily.
Okay.
All right, is there any other questions for you?
Are you able to see on my account if I've
you know,
had a previous appeal, just in case that's what's happening right now? I don't remember ever doing this before, but I could just be wrong.
No, I don't think you have. But I'm just saying, I'm letting you know that once you do an appeal, if you get back, you know, if you get legitimately back on and in a case where it wasn't an appeal, you know, like after they review you and say yes, you are eligible for Medicaid, and then for some reason a couple of years down the road they say you're not eligible for it, then you would just have to. You could be reviewed again, like send in information and see if you're eligible, but they won't put you in that appeal status.
Okay, so I just wouldn't have coverage during that period.
Right, during the time when you're trying to be reviewed again.
Okay.
But hopefully you won't have to worry about it. You know, hopefully you won't have to be, you know, hopefully if you can get it back, you will never be off of it again. I don't know. So, but look, I hope that you have good holidays ahead and that, you know, that everything goes okay for you. And just give it time to be reviewed because I see it's in there going to be looked at. And then the thing is that, you know, if you put it in that appeal process and get that docket number, they should be able to keep it open for you. Okay?
Okay.
Right. Any other questions before we go?
No, I think that's all.
All right. And so I do hope things go okay for you. And you sure did put in a lot of information for people to review, so they might can do something with it. I don't know. Let's hope, wait and see. Any other questions?
No, ma'am. I'm fine. I was just waiting on y'all's end so I could finish a survey for Aetna. They asked me to do a survey.
Okay. Well, go take care of that and just have a good afternoon. Okay.
Same to you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, it just cancels it for me too. How was I even supposed to do the survey?